but it is a detrimental mistake that I'm seeing a bunch of producers make. These are 3 habits that I developed that subconsciously stunted my growth as a producer and prevented me from taking advantage of opportunities that could have landed me big placements. Every time you find yourself practicing these habits, you're gonna have to redirect yourself so you're not sitting there wondering why your beats sound the same and you're not getting the results that you want in your career. But let's get into it. The first habit I wish I wouldn't have learned is being scared of learning new things. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh bro, why are you scared of learning new things? That's what you're supposed to do every day. Why you get scared? Look, this is not something that I did by choice, but I found myself being successful at one thing and then I put all my attention toward that one thing that got me successful and neglected to learn anything new because I wanted to keep being successful at that one thing. My first major placement was on an album that accumulated over 100 million streams, and I was fortunate enough to mix over half the album and even help produce 2 of the songs on there. So since my part of the production was mixing and adding drums, from that point after I got the placement, my sole focus was just adding drums to loops and mixing vocals. Even though in the back of my head there was other things that I wanted to learn, like playing the keys and making loops, I forced myself into a habit. Even in my studio sessions, it got to a point where I wasn't even challenging myself to make anything from scratch. I just pull up a loop from Looperman and add some drums to it, and most of the time we was using YouTube beats anyway. So even though I became proficient at adding drums to different genres of music and structuring beats and mixing vocals, I was still only half of the producer that I wanted to be because I wasn't doing everything that I was supposed to because I was comfortable with just doing this, what worked for me already. I was afraid to grow. So because of that, I missed a bunch of opportunities where major label artists, A&Rs of those artists, managers of those artists will hit me up asking for loops, and I wouldn't have anything original that I could send them because I solely focused on doing this one thing. That could have been a whole nother placement and a whole nother opportunity that could have been taken advantage of that ended up being a missed opportunity. On top of that, all of a sudden after I got my placement, I was too good for YouTube tutorials, and it didn't matter what another producer who was more successful than me had to say for some reason. I don't know why, I just thought that way. But now, my goofy ass finding myself looking back at videos from 2021, figuring out techniques that I should have been put in my beat years ago that everybody's already utilizing. Everybody already know this technique, but it's new to me. You just want to make sure every opportunity you have to learn something new, take it. And yes, if something's working for you, keep doing it, but keep your mind open to be able to learn new concepts to keep you ahead of the race. But that brings me to number 2. The second habit that I wish I would not have developed is not sticking to a niche. So when you looking up YouTube tutorials on how to sell beats, how to sell sound kits, the main thing they tell you is stick to one niche. Stick to a niche. If you make it trap beats, make trap beats. If you make it R&B beats, make R&B beats. Well, guess what? It's true. I will tell you firsthand, picking up a type beat every 3 months or making whatever type beat is popular at the time is not gonna get you no results. This applies for type beats, sound kits, whatever you trying to buy. If somebody don't know you for this type of sound, or don't know you even outside of music, if somebody doesn't know you for this thing that you're selling, then they're gonna go to somebody else who is known for that because they more trustworthy. Fortunately, this habit did not ruin me too much, but it is a detrimental mistake that I'm seeing a bunch of producers make. Find your niche. I know it's boring to keep uploading the same type beat, to keep doing the same thing over and over again, but if you're not consistent, you're not gonna see results. And after people know you for this certain thing, then you can start to branch out and show the world what you really about. Cause I know you hard, but the world don't know you hard. So you gotta prove that you hard one step at a time, which means one niche at a time. You know what I'm saying? So last but not least, this tie into the first concept, but do not get too comfortable. Because of the little results that I was getting back then, I found myself getting way too big-headed and comfortable to the point where I'm like, damn, I feel like I could be more skilled of a musician and a better producer right now. So like I said, my first placement was on an album with over 100 million streams. So after I got that placement, I didn't see the need to do anything different. Just keep doing what you got to get the placement, and then you get more placements is what happens in my head. So I just kept doing the same thing and just got stuck in a routine. I know what you're thinking. Bruh, you already got the placement, Chikah. Why are you tripping? Just keep doing what you're doing, right? Hell no. As I started to do the same thing every day, I started to see producers becoming more skilled in their craft than I was in mine. I was convincing myself since I already got the placement, I didn't have to worry about learning new things or getting better at my craft because I already got the placement. Let's just keep getting more, right? Well, sad to tell you, I ain't laying no placement as big as that since then. Not to say it's not coming, but when I was worried about getting placements back then, I should have been worried about getting better at my craft, getting more skills. Like I said, I was trying to learn how to make loops. I was trying to learn how to play the piano. I was trying to learn how to play keys. If I would have kept focused on what's actually important and not the results, if I would have focused on the journey and not the results, I wouldn't feel like I'm falling behind on my skill set. Now, fortunately, I'm in a position now where I'm confident in my compositions and my ability to play the keys, and I'm not complaining, but who knows how much better I would have been if I would have started back then. But yes, those are my 3 habits. Don't be scared to grow, stick to a niche, and please do not get comfortable just because something is going your way. I check myself on those every week, if not every day. And by doing that, I'm making sure I can do the best that I can do. You feel me? If you like this video, I'm about to leave a little link up to how I got a placement in one day. Go check that out. I left a free drum kit download link in the description. Go get that. Yup, Chikah's first aid kit. Yep, I came to say it today. The game was bleeding out. The game was bleeding out, but Chikah here to say it. All right. But yeah, thank you for making it this far. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Hills gang, what's good? I'm out this bitch.